Welcome to my new journey on Elmcreek. Along with the map returning, we have inherited a farm, the starting farm on the map. However, we have no equipment at all. Well, with the exception of this guy. Because this tractor and trailer, this combine harvester, and this little hand baler are not ours. They are leased and we gotta give them back when we're done. We do, however, have 3 nice fields to harvest. All of them, as a matter of fact, are ready for harvest. 2 of them we could probably get done today, although it's gonna take a little while. The other one, we're gonna have to wait another day in game. We have currently got $5,000 to our name, which should help out with any help that we need to get for the farm, and it should also help us get started on some more equipment. We will very likely be buying a bunch of used equipment when it's all said and done, like combine harvesters, balers, and things like that. Of course, we can also go and help out our fellow farmers around town. I can take out a loan if I want to, however, I'm gonna do my best to not take out any loans. But let's be honest, I'm probably gonna have to eventually. My goal is to own every piece of farming equipment that I possibly can, or at least everything that I need, and have a little bit of cash in the bank. Seasonal cycles are on, and so is a lot of other stuff that I don't normally play around with, so let's grab our combine harvester and have a little fun. We were able to get this guy on lease, the New Holland Clayson. It is old. Very, very old. And as far as farming simulator standards go, it is quite old indeed. You don't even have to unfold it to get it to work. Go ahead and lower it down. There we go. Yep. Turn it on. Woo! It's shaking. The whole thing is shaking, baby. Yeah. From the looks of it, we're getting a very, very good harvest out of this one. We are maybe about halfway to the other end, and we're already almost up to 500 liters. And that's a good thing, because this thing doesn't hold a whole lot. As a matter of fact, it holds so little that we are gonna have to, I think, empty out before we even make our way around this field one time. Goodness. JK, 84%. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Now let's see if we can get this pipe out. There we go. Start up a John Deere tractor over here. Man, that trailer is very clean, old. But this tractor, however, not so much. Let's see if we can get under here. Our trailer's gonna last, I think, about once every time and a half of filling up the combine harvester. Therefore, we're gonna have to find somewhere to either sell this or something. I'm not quite sure. Well, we're certainly not getting the best prices right now for stuff. $1,200 over at the Grocery Mart, but that is okay. We will get that sorted and probably just have to start, I guess, carting back and forth whenever we're about done. We got another setup here. We made it almost all the way around before she needed to be unfolded. Where is it? There we go. So we're at 71% now. I'm gonna make the assumption once we get around one more time, we're going to be able to go sell this, or we can start putting stuff in the silo. However, the silo might be something that we sell to a buddy of ours so that we can actually afford some stuff. I've got an offer for $50,000. I might take it. We'll see. We made it a lot further than I thought we were going to. And all the way up here, only a couple more passes on this field, and it will be harvested. And we can actually make a little bit of cash off of this. However, this is going to have to be sold, I think, first. Unless, again, we put it in the silo. That may not be a bad idea. I think the silo won out. Unfortunately, it won. There we go, all done. We'll head back out there and unload it one more time, and then hopefully we can finish up the rest of this field without unloading. Last pass around. We're doing okay. Very, very okay. It's taking a little while longer than usual. Not quite a big combine harvester, but you know what? It's fine. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, we are going to have to hang on to this combine for at least 2 days. The reason being is we have wheat, barley, and oats. A lot of grain crops, which is fantastic. However, bit of a problem. Can't harvest barley until tomorrow. Yep. So we are going to have to pay for this combine harvester another night, which is going to be quite expensive. And I hadn't really thought about that. So we've got a couple options. We can do our best to try and find a combine harvester that we can afford after selling the wheat and the oats, or pay for it for another night. To lease it was $130 some per day. Oh, I still have wheat in here. Well, I guess we could dump it in the silo and won't hurt anything. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to hang on to this because it's $300 some per. Is that not going in there? That is not going in there. Oh, I'm empty. I was looking at the tipper. Oops. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by myself being an idiot, it's going to be about $300 some per extra hour, and it was only $100 some per day. So I think we're going to hang on to it, at least for another day in game. Now, let's jump in the deer and let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Unfortunately, I had the wrong settings turned on when I started playing this series. And unfortunately, I don't know what the price fluctuations are going to be or even what to expect. So this is going to be really interesting, especially hanging on to stuff. But we need money now. Thank goodness we have a sell point just right across the street. Yes, yes, yes. Reminds me when I was riding the tractor with my grandfather when I was little. He would always drive his tractor down and go get lunch during the summer. And we'd always stick it in second or third going around the farm. But as soon as we got on the road, he'd put it in fourth. And boy, it was fun. So the good thing is, at least we should get an okay amount of money for this. Maybe upwards of $5,000. Maybe we'll double our money. Hope so. A little bit more than that, actually. $5,400. Not bad. All right, let's head back. Oh, hang on tight, baby. Let's head back and see if we can get some more. Turned out we only had 1,500 liters left. That was it. We didn't get as much off of that field as I thought we did. Oh well, money's up. This is a good thing. Another $1,800. So we are up to $12,374. Not too shabby. All right, let's head back over. We've got another field to do. But before we do that, I think, are gonna bale up this field. I'm still quite interested to see how long this is going to take. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I forget I can pick this thing up as well. Doesn't weigh much. It's probably easier to pick this up and put it where we need it. We will just pick it up and put it right at the first spot. There. Unfortunately, there is no other view. So you gotta watch me here. So from here we should be, yes, picking up the straw, and then it'll make a bale for us. Check this out, man. Check this out. Press the bell, out it comes, and back to it we go. It's going to take a minute to get all of this done. Apparently, the pickup is where the, you call it thing, whatever's in his hand. The rake? Yeah, the rake. That's what we got to follow. So, we're going to see how much of this we could do. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. You know, manual labor is one thing, but manual farming, whew, let me tell you what, that is a very, very different thing. I guess technically it's not. I don't know. I'm sitting here complaining because this is taking forever. That's all right. Well, after what feels like about 20 hours, we have almost finished pressing all the bales for this field. I've actually done it. I can't believe it either. Goodness gracious. All right, there we go. We're going to go ahead and bring this back. We got 311 liters in here right now. We got one more field to knock out. Time to start the combine harvester back up. Here we go. That is awesome. Set it down, turn it on, everything. You can see it all, and the whole thing just shakes. That's so cool. I think this one we're going to be able to make our way around at least 2 times, possibly even 3. Before we need to do anything. Hopefully the oat prices are good because we're not getting a lot. Here we go. This is it. Can we get the whole thing? 96, 97, 98%, 99%. Ha ha ha. We did the whole field. Which is great and not great because it's not enough to make any kind of money. I think what we'll have to do is drive around this thing. Uh-oh. Hopefully none of that came out. That was bad. There we go. right where it's supposed to be. So that's everything for these fields. Let's see if we can manage this landmine and put the combine harvester over here ready to go for us for tomorrow. So good thing is oat prices are better, but they're not amazing. $1,900 compared to how much did we have at grocery? $1,200. So are we gonna get some money? Yeah, but it's nowhere near enough. I got a sneaky suspicion we're gonna have to sell that silo back there. Now what do we get for this? Please give me something good. Yikes, 3,600 bucks. Is that even worth it? So a few more things that we need to accomplish today. What we need to do is we need to make the rest of the bales over here. And then after we make all of these bales, we will need to sell them or collect them. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. Regardless, let's turn it on and let's party. It may take a little while, but it is cheap. I think brand new, this thing's 500 bucks. I think what was it? $12 to lease or something like that. I don't know if it was that cheap, but it's something like that. Almost done, man. Almost done. I am quite interested to see how many bales we have created. Number one, and number two, can we press an unfinished bale? 51? And no. We do have one problem, other than the fact that that's a lot of bales. We don't have a bale trailer. Now, every bone in my body is saying to get this trailer. And I kind of want to. I paid the extra $400 and another $10 to have it brought over here. Hopefully I didn't waste my money. I also don't know if I can pull it with this or not. I can. Nice. I feel like I'll probably have a better time trying to pull it with this than I would that tractor. We can at least get where we're going fast enough. So this does have auto load. I was not planning on using auto load. However, well, it does that. And that makes life easy. And when we have 51 of these little boogers, you know what? Makes it real easy. 50, 51. Nice. So now we got to go find a place to sell these bales. Unfortunately, it is a very, very, very long drive to anywhere that would take them. So we're going all the way from here to here. We do have a top speed on the road of 49. We should probably turn on some blinky blinkies. There we go. We do have a top speed of 49. However, I'm fairly positive the 49 is going to be extremely dangerous. So what I got to do is we've got this trailer leased. That's probably a given, I think, at this point. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have waited till tomorrow. And we could have brought all the bales over. Well, coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess. What's this car gonna do? What are you gonna do, Aldi? Oh, come on! Gonna make me crash and then he brake checks me. What a jerk. Alrighty. Well, at least we can get some of this sold. Good amount in here. 51 baby bales. They're 600 or 700 liters each. I am really... Not to break the immersion or anything. The type of sell point used here has collisions with bales. So you can't sell them. Can I? I don't know. Let's give it a try and see. Let's drop them down. No. No, you can't. Also, for some reason, I'm not able to reload these bales, so they're just there now. Again, not to break the immersion, but been having a couple issues with the bales here. Most of them did not want to reload, and there were a couple that caused me trouble. And I'm trying to collect them before the traffic takes them away from me. If you can believe that or not. We've got one other spot that we could go. It is way, way over there. I was very bad at finding my way over here. We'll just put it that way. I'm really hoping that we can sell this stuff here. Otherwise, this was all for nothing. Cool. It's all for nothing. Got it. So what I've done now is I've put an additional sell point over here at Grocer Y Mart. This, I love saying that. This, right in here, should allow us to sell these bales. Although now that I'm looking at it, the log sell point disappeared for this. Okay, we've got it right there. There it is. So can we make it happen? Hey, we made it happen. 4,100 bucks. Not bad. All right. I would say the trailer made it worth it. and definitely made it worth it for all of our trouble. And boy, it certainly was trouble. Whew. We got a lot more work to do.